The new Viica Vans 54 is shorter than many pickup trucks, yet it sleeps 6, with a hidden drop-down bed, a real indoor shower, and 2 separate lounges. But the clever bed that makes sleeping 6 possible quietly steals the best room in the whole van. Let's take a look.
Motorhome luxury.
At just 17 feet 9 inches long, about 6 feet 9 inches wide, and 8 feet 8 inches tall with the roof closed, the Viica 54 is a genuinely tiny campervan. Underneath is a reinforced front-wheel drive short chassis carrying a roughly 2.2-liter 4-cylinder turbo diesel with 140 horsepower. It can have a 6-speed manual or an 8-speed automatic, depending on the manufacturer. Basically, this camper is defined less by its drivetrain than by what Viica fits behind it. Starting on the passenger side makes its short length easiest to appreciate. The standard tulle awning sits neatly against the roof above the sliding entry door. A framed privacy window brightens the front dining area, and the standard 16-inch alloy wheels keep the body from looking top-heavy. The rear overhang is modest, and there is no added box projecting beyond the steel body, so it still looks and parks like a short commercial van. At the front, the shape stays upright and simple. A broad windshield, short hood, corner-mounted headlights, daytime running lights, and tall mirrors make the nose easy to place on narrow roads. There is no bulky overcab sleeping pod above the glass, so even with the optional pop top, the Viica keeps a clean van profile. The driver's side is the service side. Along the body are the freshwater fill, shore power connection, toilet cassette hatch, and a plug-in exterior shower that can supply warm water for rinsing muddy gear or sandy feet. Both the fresh and gray water tanks can be drained electrically from this side. The van carries about 26 gallons of fresh water and 21 gallons of gray water, while the insulated floor, insulated gray tank, protected water system, and diesel heater give it useful cold weather ability. At the rear, the 2 cargo doors open directly onto the lounge, rather than a bicycle garage. We will see how much more that room can do once we step inside, but first imagine sitting there beside a lake with both doors wide open. Fresh air is wonderful, a van full of flies is not. The optional full-width mosquito screen slides down from above, sealing the opening without blocking the view, while optional windows in the doors can bring in light when everything is closed. Above the doors, the standard backup camera feeds the navigation display in the cab, and below them is the standard tow hitch. Open the rear, and the utility story continues. Beneath one lounge bench is the dedicated compartment for the cooking gas bottle, with an additional storage bay beside it. Gas is needed only for the stove, so a small bottle can last far longer than it would if it also had to heat the van. On the roof, the optional Sky Up pop top adds a low wedge-shaped shell without turning the Viica into a tall motorhome. It costs about $8,200. A 130-watt solar panel is also available as part of an upgraded electrical package, although roof space becomes tighter once the pop top is fitted. We will explore the bed inside that roof in a moment. Now slide open the passenger door. Step over the low threshold, and the reason this tiny exterior can sleep 6 starts to make sense. Standing in the doorway, the aisle leads straight toward the rear lounge, but turn toward the windshield first. Both cab chairs swivel to face a forward-facing, 2-seat bench, creating the main dining area. The slim table has a second leaf that swings outward, so it stays narrow when people need to pass and extends when 4 people sit down to eat or work. An open shelf spans the cab, an upper cabinet adds enclosed storage beside the dinette, and the main electrical distribution equipment remains accessible beneath the bench. That forward bench has seat belts and standard ISOFIX child seat fittings, which brings the legal travel capacity to 4. There may be 3 double beds, but there are only 4 approved seats while the Viica is moving. A family of 4 can travel and camp together normally. If 6 people plan to sleep here, 2 need another way to reach the campsite. This is a 6-sleeper, not a 6-passenger minibus. Turn back toward the doorway and the dining table hands the tour naturally to the kitchen beside it. Viica raises the kitchen block above the floor, making the entrance feel less boxed in. On top are a 2-burner gas stove with electric ignition and a small but deep stainless steel sink. The flexible silicone faucet bends around larger pans, while a hinged counter extension opens beside the sliding door when extra preparation space is needed. The storage is more thoughtful than the short counter suggests. One deep drawer hides a second pullout, another takes pans and food, and a separate drawer holds 2 waste bins. Below is a slide-out compressor refrigerator with about 2.3 cubic feet of capacity and a small freezer section. It is sensible for a couple or a short family trip, but 6 people would need simple meals and regular grocery stops. Only the cooktop uses the bottle stored at the rear. Cabin heat and hot water come from the diesel-fired Truma system, so heating does not rapidly empty the cooking gas. A pressure pump gives the kitchen and both showers a stronger flow, while the habitation controls, dimmable ambient strips, and reading lights are grouped where they can be reached without hunting through cabinets. Directly opposite the galley is the bathroom. A sliding tambour door closes the aisle without needing the swing space of a conventional door. Inside are a swiveling cassette toilet, a compact basin, mirror, open shelves, and a shower tray protected by a removable slatted mat. Pull the basin faucet outward, and it becomes the shower head. There is no curtain wrapping though, as the compartment is designed to get wet and then be wiped dry. A real indoor shower in a van under 18 feet is impressive, although the narrow entrance, raised tray, and limited headroom make this a functional wet bath rather than a spa. When the pop top occupies the roof, there is no bathroom skylight. Without that option, a roof vent can be installed. Continue toward the back and the finish becomes easier to study. The lightweight furniture is precision cut, the coordinated upholstery is made to resist wear and dirt, and padded wall coverings soften the steel shell. Main aisle headroom is around 6 feet 3 inches. The standard house battery is a modest 92 amp hours, enough for roughly 1 night away from shore power and perhaps 2 under favorable conditions. The upgraded electrical package adds a lithium house battery, the solar panel mentioned outside, and a 2,000-watt inverter. That lets the refrigerator, diesel heater fan, lights, and device chargers run more comfortably away from a hookup, but the solar panel is not unlimited power. Just as that 26-gallon freshwater supply will last much longer for 4 careful campers than for 6 daily showers. Now we reach the rear lounge, the best room in the van, and the one that clever 6th bed steals. 2 long couches face each other across a height-adjustable pedestal table, while the optional rear door windows place the view at eye level. 4 adults can sit here without turning the cab chairs, giving the Viica 2 separate dining or work areas. Open the doors and lower the mosquito screen, and this becomes an indoor-outdoor living room normally associated with a much longer motorhome. The benches also explain why the storage needs to be managed properly. The freshwater tank fills the space beneath one couch, leaving no useful compartment there. Beneath the opposite couch are the gas bottle cabinet and the additional storage seen from the rear doors, a practical place for outdoor gear that needs to stay away from the living area. With the lift bed installed, the upper lockers are shallow, and there is no conventional rear garage for bicycles, 6 people's luggage, and bedding. At night, the standard lounge itself becomes the first double bed. Lower the table, release one couch, and slide the opposite couch inward until the 2 sides meet over a wooden slat base. The result is roughly 6 feet by 4 feet, so it sleeps 2 without requiring a separate mattress to occupy the remaining storage. Reverse those movements in the morning and the best lounge in the van returns. 2 more people can sleep in the optional pop top, which we will climb into in a moment. But before looking up that high, look directly above this lounge. Hidden against the ceiling is the feature that turns the Viica from a 4-sleeper into a 6-sleeper, a second double bed that drops into the same rear room. Pull the lift bed's handle and the platform glides down manually, stopping at different heights. It measures about 6 feet 1 inch by 4 feet 1 inch. Its mattress sections zip together and a small ladder provides access. Leave the couches in lounge form and 2 people can sleep above without dismantling the seating. Convert the couches as well, and this single rear room becomes a pair of double bunks for 4. However, this cleverness begins charging some rent here. Even parked against the ceiling, the platform leaves only about 35 inches above the rear cushions and forces the upper lockers to stay shallow. Lower it, and the lounge loses the open feeling that makes it special. Omit it, and Viica can fit deeper cabinets instead. The compromise is real, but so is the payoff. 2 extra sleepers without adding a single inch to the van's length. The final pair climbs into the pop top. Its bed is about 6 feet 9 inches long and 4 feet 3 inches wide. With a flexible support layer beneath the mattress, integrated lighting, a charging point, and screened openings for ventilation. During the day, it can serve as a separate retreat while the rear remains a lounge. At night, combining the roof bed, lift bed, and converted couches creates 6 sleeping spaces inside a vehicle shorter than 18 feet. Would you use every level, or leave out the lift bed, and protect the rear lounge? Let us know in the comments. A couple can rely on the standard lounge bed. A family of 4 can combine that bed with the pop top and preserve the rear headroom. Sleeping 6 is the spectacular trick, but the simpler 4-person layout may be the better everyday camper. So, this tiny campervan delivers on its opening promise through and through by transforming rather than extra length. One rear room becomes a lounge, a lower bedroom, and the base for a hidden second bed, while the roof supplies the third. The bathroom, kitchen, and 2 dining areas remain usable, but 6 people would test the storage, refrigerator, and electrical system, which is exactly why the 4-person layout feels like the sweet spot. Now, that price. The Viica Vans 54 starts at roughly $86,000, and a heavily optioned build can approach $108,000 before taxes, shipping, or import costs. That is serious money, but very few campers this short combine 3 double beds, 2 lounges, a full wet bath, and this level of finish. So, would you order all 6 sleeping spaces or choose the lighter, roomier 4-person layout? Let us know in the comments. Want to see a camper designed to survive the end of the world instead? If so, click on it, and we will see you soon with another luxury motorhome.